Shit. Well, I've been writing poetry since I was like in first grade, and I've been listening to rock, rap, smooth jazz, literally everything under the sun, music wise. So, I play guitar. Like I've always sang. I just never like saw myself as an artist. I actually pursued hip hop dancing for about 16 years, and I used to want to do that, but then I was just like, I don't know. I wrote a song and my homie was like, "Yo, you actually have something here. It's like you should pursue this." So I was like, "All right." And that was about 2.5 years ago, and then I just haven't stopped since then. 100. Like my uncle has been in music for 20 years. My grandpa passed away, R.I.P. But he was almost signed with the Rolling Stones. Like my big brother is a huge musician. He's fucking amazing. Like so many people in my family, bro. I started playing guitar when I was really young, but I didn't like actually get into it until I was about 14, like 13 or 14. I took guitar lessons with a professional guitar teacher, and I got a little bit, but I didn't actually get decent until I hit high school and I took a guitar class, and I was able to read sheet music and everything. Like I can finger pick a little bit. I can play a bunch of chords. I can play power chords, some Green Day songs, like stuff like that. I don't like shred on the guitar, but I can definitely play. Yeah, I didn't really have that. Like I've never been I could skate, but that's like it as far as I mean. Hey, bro, it's hard. You seen the skate park, bro? Motherfuckers was going crazy. So I started out making like kind of like hype, like Bay Area type music, like Jeezy, like E40, like Too Short, because I'm from Sacramento, California. Bay Area hyphy movement is huge to me. So I started out doing that, and then I was just like, this ain't really me. It was like portraying a character that just was not me. So I just started making melodic music because I'm a big fan of Juice World, Lil Peep, X, then like pop punk bands like Blink 182, Sum 41, Newfound Glory, like underground shit as well, screamo bands like rock. I'm heavily rock influenced, so I was like, that's the lane I needed to go. So I've just been working on my voice, fine tuning it and whatnot. And my first album I dropped, it was called Rockstar Tears, but the production quality wasn't good, really. I started out recording on a phone, actually off BandLab originally, and then I just progressed from there. Made a little home studio in my in my fucking room, and then recorded my recent album, Higher Consciousness, on that. And that what that album is about. I used to be heavy into like I was a big alcoholic. I've always kind of had a problem with addictions and like drugs and stuff. So what that album is about is basically going through like the dark side of my past and stuff, and like where the addictions came from, and then ultimately getting sober and started meditating, gaining like a spiritual enlightenment and reaching a higher consciousness and a higher weight level of thinking. And since then, like my music is elevated like tenfold. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So I basically like what Triple X was doing when he was alive, when he started like switching his life and spreading positivity. I'm heavily influenced on that. So I'm kind of trying to keep that going. And Juice, before he passed, he was also doing that in his music, despite his addictions and stuff. So both of them were not scared. Same with Pete, to talk about their emotions. And my music is heavily emotional. Talk about heartbreak. I talk about suicidal issues because I've had those in the past. I talk about feeling like I'm numb, like to the world, like I have no soul, which sounds crazy because I do, but it's just like I just feel numb to the world. the only thing that really means anything to me besides my family and stuff, like it's my therapy. It's like when I write down a song and I read it, and it's just like it's like a breath of fresh air. It's almost like a meditation in a way, and then recording it and screaming out my lungs or singing my heart out, whatever it is, it just feels incredible. If I didn't have music, I can say 100% would not be here. It's some heavy shit to admit, but it's the real, and that's how I am. I definitely suffer from like ADHD, so my mind is like always racing, and I 100% have depression and anxiety, and it's just like, I didn't want to be in my head, so I looked to substances, and when I was really young, my mom actually put me on Ritalin at 3 years old to about 7, so I was like zombified for 4 years, and I think that's where the addiction mind kind of came in. My making process, I have a couple different ways I'll make a song. Usually I'll be like watching a movie or maybe listening to an artist I like, or maybe just driving around, and like an inspiration will come to me just about anything, because like I said, my mind races, so it's like I have 1,000 thoughts like per minute, damn near. So I'll just start. I start with the hook. The hook is always first for me, because I feel like, like writing music like is like almost like writing an essay. So it's like introduction, like you know, your body paragraphs, and then your conclusion sentence. So it's like the intro to me, it 100% is the hook. So it's like, you know, but I'm very poetic. I don't want anything to sound like corny. So I really think deeply about what I'm gonna write, and usually it's about 4 bars to like 6 bars is usually what the hook is, and then after that, based on what I talked about in the hook, in the verse, I will go more in depth, like a body paragraph. You know what I'm saying? And then follow that with the hook usually. So it'll be a hook, first verse, hook, second verse. Sometimes I won't even do a second verse because people's attention spans are 15 seconds. So it's like, if they're not feeling the first verse, they ain't going to listen to the rest of the fucking song. You know what I'm saying? So, but some songs, it's like I switch up the flow, I switch up the cadence, I switch the melody completely, I switch my voice, which is just ear catching. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, either that, or I'll look at the beat. I'll listen to how the beat makes me feel, and I'll be like, okay, is this a hype track? Is this like some rage shit, like some like hyper pop, or is this like a pop punk or rock vibe, or what am I feeling from this? And that's usually what I base the title off, is what the beat's called, like similar to what the beat is called, and then like just that title of the beat will usually give me an idea. I love Future, I love Thug, I love Juice, I love all of them, but it's like, it Juice didn't really do it, but like Future and them, like they like glorify drugs, and it's like all these kids are like getting hooked on like opiates and stuff, and that ain't cool. It's not good. It will kill you. Like it's like that shit. Literally, it's like prescription heroin basically, and it's like it's only a step away from that. And all these kids are like talking about sipping lean, popping pills. It's like, bro, there's a different way to go about it, and I'm a prime example of being an addict, and now I'm a year sober, damn near. And it's just like, it feels great, and meditation was my outlet, and music became my addiction. I am literally addicted to music. That is my drug. Like, and it makes me feel better than any drug ever did. I just finished my my first like real like rock record. It's just a single. It's called Temptress. It's basically about, I'm very much attracted to like toxic women, and especially like gothic rock chicks. So, and they always come with issues. Not to be biased, but it's like my experience. Like all of them have issues, and it's like it seems like I'm attracted, or I attract that toxicity into my life. So like that song is literally about basically blood sucking women and shit. But I'm not even gonna lie, the song's a fucking hit. I can't wait to show everybody this song. I honestly think this might be it, like my breakout like song. And it's also featuring Obi-Wan Jacoby, my engineer. So my album just dropped. My birthday was yesterday, so that's why I dropped the album. It was to celebrate almost being a year sober. It's called Higher Consciousness. Consciousness. Like I said, it's about from being at my rock bottom moment, and then going through like withdrawals, and then fucking like seeking spirituality, and then just coming out a better person. Like the album, it's not super great vocally, but I'm not gonna downplay it because it's very deep. It's very personal, and but it's also open to anybody's interpretation what it can be about. One song specifically I do want to mention is "Flightless." That song is about my mom. Um, she passed away when I was 6 years old. The reason I have 333 attached to my name is because whenever I think about her or stuff like that, I always see it. So I don't know, it just made sense. And Cass is short for Casper. That's been my nickname for years, and whatnot. I have a bunch of singles that are getting ready to be released, as well as a music video with the goer. It's called -777, which is the opposite of good luck. The song is 100% about being unlucky, feeling like the world's against you, fucking up. It's a powerful song. The hook is "Need a Rabbit's Foot" because my luck is running out. It's a really deep song, featuring the goer. The goer's verse is fucking crazy. Get ready for that song. It's really dope. Music video coming out, and the song will drop February 15th. This new one I'm working on, it's called "Sweet Dreams." The beat is prod.fashion. He's a really dope producer. He hit me up in my DMs and stuff. I'm still working on that single. I haven't recorded it yet, but it's actually a play on words because "Sweet Dreams" is 100% going to be a toxic song. It's literally about like my past and like playing women because I've been so heartbroken and stuff, and it's toxic, but it's like it's gonna be a hit song. Plan on eventually moving to LA, and talking to a bunch of artists out there performing at venues. I know a couple artists, also producers out in LA. Cody Benjamin. I went to high school with him, and he's actually a pretty lucrative producer as well as a killer artist, underground artist in LA right now. I'm definitely gonna work with him. He's on the verge of blowing up. And then my boy Bicep Boy, he's a rocker just like me, and he's got a tour coming up in like April, and told me I got some slots in LA. So looking forward to that. Haven't done any really big shows yet, but I was born to be on a stage. I've been on stage with my homeboys before. Um, my boy Kenny, my boy Trap. Um, uh, they're in Small City Big Dreams, and I was the hype man in the back, turning that bitch up, dancing and stuff. And I always had that place jumping. So now it's time to do it with a microphone and show them I got that personality to like fuck this world up. You know what I mean? Shout out Vitamin Water, sponsor me. Shout out my boy Tay. Shout out my boy Bando, and also listen to Mad Hatter featuring Jamar Locate. That song's fire. Big picture, man. Like, I just want to change the world. If I can get one kid away from popping pills and like him to open his mind and like think about the big picture that this world ain't shit, like and just like build himself up rather than tear himself down, and immerse himself in substances and let that shit control his life, and just realize there's a better way. If I can do that, because that'll cause a chain reaction and a butterfly effect for a bunch of kids, and that's what I want to do mainly. But ultimately, I do want to be a rock star, and I will be 100%. So look out.